So I've always heard of the stereotypical rich international student, but nothing could have prepared me for going to college for the first time and seeing for myself these rich international students and all of their wealth. And it was so intimidating for me. Naturally, being super competitive, tried to match that energy. I tried to match their wealth, and if you couldn't tell from my last video, I failed miserably. Anyways, I just felt really inspired to do this look after seeing a lot of photos of Gemma Chan from Crazy Rich Asians, and I really want to recreate that look. So I'll take you guys along with me and show you how to look like an international student. Let's go. When it comes to like Asian beauty standards, they put a lot of emphasis on skincare. Like when I say Korean beauty, what do you think of? You think of skincare, right? So to start off, make sure you're keeping up with your skincare. But to fake that, I'm using this Milani cream to powder super high coverage foundation that I found in my mom's room. I'm just going over everything that my skincare can't fix. Wow, this is covering everything. Is this why my mom's skin looks so good all the time? I'm very shook right now. I actually thought this was gonna look so cakey, but it's just like my skin. I love this. Oh my god, my skin's never looked better. Okay, next I'm going in to cover my dark circles and highlight my face. Has the soundtrack for Crazy Rich Asians come out yet? Yo, that soundtrack slapped so hard. Next we're just gonna sculpt out those cheekbones. I usually go for like super arched brows, but I kind of want to go for the more straight brow. Is that still a thing in like K-pop beauty? Oh, I'm so out of touch. Fun fact, I used to have a huge K-pop phase in like middle school, and you could say I grew out of it, but it was more of just like I had the secondary phase where I tried to distance myself from like anything related to who I was in middle school, including K-pop. I haven't done a straight brow in like since like senior year. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing here. I think I did it! I'm just kind of going against every natural instinct I have right now. Both brows look extremely different but still equally good, and I'm trying to even out and try to get characteristics of both onto each other. I'm kind of shook at how well I'm kind of pulling this off. My eyebrows have literally never looked so good. I love this. It's all about the eyebrows, guys. It's true. I remember like senior year of high school, I rocked the straight brow a lot because I thought it made me look super friendly, only to find out I have no friends. This is a moment. Sorry, I'm gonna spend half of this video just fangirling over my eyebrows right now. I realized that my brows aren't actually that straight because I looked up photos of actually straight brows and I don't come close. Next, we're going to use blush. I don't have any of the cool cream gel slash cloud products that you get in Korea, but I really want them. We're just gonna use the Tarte 12-hour blush. This is Ornate. It's one of my favorite blushes. I also put this underneath my eyes, which seems really weird, but from what I've seen from like Japanese trends, I've heard that this makes you look a lot more youthful. So I deal with this a lot, or at church, whenever I'm introduced to a new lady who is like in this weird age gap in between my mom and I, where like she's too young to be an auntie but too old to be a jijia. I have this inner conflict because, you know, it's usually more flattering to a woman to just assume younger, but it's also very respectful to assume older. I usually assume younger because I made the mistake once of calling somebody around that age Ai or auntie, and she got really mad at it and she brought it up for the rest of the trip. But then it's also like, if they're like close with my mom, they might be like younger than my mom but like not that much younger, so that it's like, well, now it's weird to say Jijia. Let me know if you guys ever dealt with that too. I don't have an actual highlighter, so I'm just gonna take Turn On from the Naked Cherry palette. I don't know what kind of look I'm actually going for anymore. I have this vision in my head where it's like simple, warm toned eyeshadow, a dramatic winged line, and we'll go from there. We're gonna start off with Juicy, like a light pink wash really. Oh yes, this is the move. Don't look back. Should I be getting closer for this? I think so too. Okay, I'm just planting this like light pink shade as a wash over my eyes, focusing it around above my crease. You know how I mentioned in my very first video, do not blend all the way up to your brow bone, especially if you have small lids like me. This looks cute. Okay, yeah, this is happening. Next, I'm going in with Red Ochre. It's like this dark reddish brownish shade, and it should look good. Words said by all the greats. traits. You know, like when Van Gogh was painting Starry Night, he had no idea what he was doing. It's true, I was there. I was the stars. I really just want to give off that warmth onto my eyes without exactly like deepening it too much. It took me a really long time to learn how to like use these colors, all these super pigmented warm tones, without making my eyes look infected. You know how the baked eyeshadows come in a dome shape? Well, right before I started filming this, as I was transferring all of my makeup from the bathroom to here, I dropped this eyeshadow and it shattered everywhere, and this is what's left of it. I'm gonna blend this more onto like the rest of my lids, like underneath my crease, and just keeping it there. Wait, yeah, I actually like this a lot. I'm gonna use a little bit of Privacy from the Cherry palette, which is kind of like a deep brown with a lot of purple tones. Like this time I'm just gonna keep it local, not really blend it too much, because I don't want to disrupt the rest of the colors. And then I'm gonna use the rest and just blend it onto my lower lash line. You know, it's all about balance. I'm gonna take a really tiny brush and I'm gonna like accentuate the sparkliness of my lids by using very shimmering champagne color on the balls of my eyelids, my corner of my eyelids, along with my brow bone. Next, we are using the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. How beautiful is this? So my trick for this is to actually look down, apply my eyeliner, because if I close my eyes or relax my crease a little bit, it makes me think I have a lot more room to work with. Looking down really keeps you honest and just makes you accommodate for how your eye will actually look when people see you. I'm just keeping this skinny wing instead, because when you have hooded eyes, your wings can't get much thicker than that. If you guys follow me on Instagram, do you remember that one story I had where I randomly just did my eyeliner perfectly? Yeah, I could never recreate that. I never got that again. And I miss her. I don't really want to put on mascara right now, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes and apply falsies. Here's a fun story time. This is my very first lecture in networks ever. And I was sitting in the front being a good student when all of a sudden the girl sitting in front of me signs in on her laptop. What do you know, her laptop's in Chinese. And at one point I lose my focus and look at her screen, and I just start staring at what she's doing like a creep, really. I look at her laptop screen. She's shopping for like furniture to decorate her room. It's the beginning of the semester. I see her adding like a lot of stuff to her cart, like a lot of money and furniture just added to her cart. And I was like, okay, maybe she's doing that thing where she's just kind of like adding a lot of the stuff that she wants and then remove what she doesn't want and like narrowing down what she actually wants to buy. And she does that, but she opens up her cart of like 20 different things and removes like 2 of them. And I look at her cart total. It's a number I can't even comprehend. There's no way she's gonna buy all this, right? But then she clicks on proceed to checkout. And I'm like, maybe she's doing that thing where she's gonna input in her address and then it'll calculate the shipping cost, and that's all she's doing, right? She inputs in her address, it calculates the shipping cost, and what do you know, the price goes up. Like, okay, now she's gonna go back, right? No, she starts to activate her PayPal. And I'm like, Hunty, what are you doing? Before I know it, she clicks confirm purchase, and I was just extremely blown away because I witnessed someone spend a lot of money and was just okay with it. I saw the expression on her face. She felt no pain in that, and this is the life that I want to live someday. These lashes just look so luxurious, and I got lash glue on my lid! You could not find a single scene in Crazy Rich Asians where there wasn't a single woman wearing red lipstick. So I'm using this super old Lancome lipstick that I've had in my house for a while. So interesting discussion. If you guys haven't heard, Crazy Rich Asians tanked in Asia. Here in America, there's like a lot of hype over it. Well, out there it tanked. And I was reading the article on like people giving their reviews on why they think it tanked. And someone made a really interesting point. Someone said the movie gave off the impression that all Asians have this super traditional family value thinking. I'm not saying there aren't people who do, but like in China, when the Communist Party took over, there was like this movement purging all of these old traditional Confucianist values, and it kind of raised up like a new generation of people who viewed it as old-fashioned. Like these mainland Asian consumers of Crazy Rich Asians are seeing this movie where the characters are so focused on like traditional family values, and they think like this is so old-fashioned, this isn't us. That I kind of get. Like you want a movie with an all-Asian cast to be selling out really well, but if there's a genuine cultural disconnect, that you can't expect it to do super well. This is the finished look. So it turns out I forgot to take glam shots showing off my look. I did manage to take one selfie video that I posted on Instagram, so enjoy. I tried to look like Gemma Chan, but I think I ended up looking like the mom from Crazy Rich Asians. I changed my mind. This is not how to look like an international student. This is how to look like a rich Chinese auntie. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. It really means a lot. I will see you guys in my next video, whenever that may be. Hopefully it's next week.